Hello, my dear boys. Good morning to all of you, and welcome to our YouTube class. On the last occasion, that is yesterday, we completed reading the first stanza of the snail, lesson 8. That is the last lesson in your textbook. Today, we would try our best to complete reading the lesson, reading the entire poem. So let's start from the second stanza. In the first stanza, we have come to know that the snail can stick very easily to any surface and he has no fear to fall down. He is absolutely fearless of any danger of falling down. As intimately, as tightly he sticks to any surface that it seems he has his birth there. Okay? We read about it on the previous occasion. So today we are going to begin from the second stanza. Within that house secure he hides. Again there is the reference of a house. I told you on earlier occasion that the house is the key word in this poem, and again he refers to that word. Within that house secure he hides. The snail is the creature which can carry its house, its shelter with himself, isn't it? The only creature, so far I know, snail and snail-like creatures like turtle. Okay? Within that house, that means his shell. His shell is his house. Within that house, secure he hides. He can conceal himself in a very secured manner, very secured way. He can conceal himself. When there is a question of hiding himself, when danger imminent betides of storm. Imminent, the word imminent, something that is going to happen very soon, something that is that will possibly happen very soon. আসন্ন বাংলায় বলে। When danger imminent betides, it's a literal use of the word, and I think perhaps it is quite a new word to you. It's a new word to you. Betides means happens. When danger imminent betides of storm, whenever the snail feels anything dangerous is going to happen due to inclement weather, খারাপ আবহাওয়ার কারণে ঝড় জাতীয় কোনো একটা সম্ভাবনা, কোনো দুর্ঘটনা ঘটার, খারাপ ঘটনা ঘটার, বিপজ্জনক ঘটনা ঘটার সম্ভাবনা রয়েছে, তখন সে নিজের বাড়ির মধ্যে, দ্যাট ইজ তার শেলের মধ্যে, খোলসের মধ্যে সে লুকিয়ে পড়ে, অত্যন্ত নিরাপদে। Whenever the snail feels that something dangerous is going to happen very soon, instantly, very quickly, he hides in his own house and he feels absolutely sheltered, protected in his shell, in his own house. Or other harm besides of weather. That is the beauty of the poem. Or other harm besides of weather. It is not that the snail hides himself in his shell only because of the danger caused by inclement weather. Any other danger might come to his life that could harm him, and whenever he feels something that can harm him, harm his physique, is going to happen. He also hides himself in his secured shelter, that is, in his shell. Just try to understand here the expression or other harm besides of weather. Besides, it's an adverb. Beside মানে পাশে, কিন্তু besides মানে এছাড়াও। ওকে, একটা এসের জন্য কিন্তু মানের পার্থক্য ঘটে যায়। এটা তোরা ভুল করিস না, করিস কখনো কখনো, আমি দেখেছি। or other harm besides of weather, or other harm except that is caused by the inclement weather. Okay, so besides here means except that. Okay, so the snail feels himself very secured in his own shell, and whenever he smells any danger, he can understand any imminent danger that is coming to him. He hides himself in his shell, and he feels very protected there, very protected. He feels that now nothing can harm him, just like us. Whenever we are in danger, we always try our best to reach our home, because we know that at home we are very secured, very protected. There we have our own roof on our head, up on our head. We know that we have our kins there in that house. So we feel very sheltered, very protected in our house. And in the same way, similarly, the snail feels very protected in his own shell. Only difference is there. We have to run to reach our home, but the snail has his home with him. Okay? বুঝে গেল? আমরাও তো নিজেদের বাড়িটাকে প্রোটেক্টেড বলেই মনে করি, শেল্টার্ড বলেই মনে করি। যখনই কোনো বিপদে পড়ি মনে হয় কতক্ষণে বাড়িতে পৌঁছবো, বাড়িতে পৌঁছতে পারলে আমি বিপদমুক্ত, কেননা আমার নিজের বাড়ির ছাদ আমার মাথার উপরে রয়েছে, আমার নিজের আত্মীয় স্বজন বাড়িতে রয়েছে। সো এভরিবডি উইল হেল্প মি, আই ক্যান গেট হেল্প ফ্রম এভরিওয়ান। একই রকম ভাবনা কিন্তু স্নেইলও ভাবে। যখন সে বুঝতে পারে যে কোনো একটা বিপজ্জনক কিছু ঘটতে চলেছে, আসন্ন বিপদ কিছু একটা, সেটা ওয়েদারের কারণে হতে পারে, অন্য কারণেও হতে পারে, তখনই সে নিজের ওই খোলসের মধ্যে অত্যন্ত নিরাপদে লুকিয়ে পড়ে, লুকিয়ে পড়ে নিজেকে নিরাপদ ভাবে। বোঝাতে পারলাম? Now the third stanza. Give but his horns the slightest touch. His self-collecting power is such, he shrinks into his house with much displeasure. Okay? Just try to understand the rhyme scheme. In every stanza, the three lines, consecutive three lines, rhyme with one another, and the last line, that is a very small line, that rhymes with the last line of other stanzas. Here, wall, fall, all, hides, betides, besides, touch, such, much, all these lines rhyme with one another, but the last lines together of weather, displeasure. Do you understand the rhyme scheme now? Come to the third stanza again. Give but his horns the slightest touch. If anyone gives a very slight touch to his horns, you know the snails have horns. দুটো সুরের মতো ছোট ছোট থাকে, ওটাই নাকি ওদের কি জানো তোরা বলিস জীবন বিজ্ঞানে কুঞ্জাক্ষী নাকি জানো, ওটা দিয়ে ওরা দেখে নাকি জানো, তো ওটা ওদের সেন্সার, দ্যাট ইজ দ্য সেন্সার। ওটা ওদের অর্গান যা দিয়ে ওরা কিছুকে সেন্স করে। ওকে, তা কি বলে কিনা আমি জানি না, আমি এটা আন্দাজে বললাম আর কি, আমি ভুল বলতেই পারি, তোরা নিশ্চয়ই ক্ষমা ঘেন্না করে দিবি কি বল। তো ওটা ওদের সেন্স অর্গান নিশ্চয়ই কোনো, তা না হলে ওটাতে টাচ করলে এই ঘটনাটা ঘটবে কেন, কি ঘটনা আসছে সেখানে। Give but his horns the slightest touch. If anyone touches his horns, his self-collecting power is such. Just notice the spelling power. Power spelling is originally P-O-W-E-R. But here, the poet uses an apostrophe in place of E, isn't it? Why? It's not easy for you to understand why. Still, I am telling you, uh, just try to understand, because you are very young now to understand these things, because you do not know the rhymes, the prosody, so it is not quite easy for you to understand. Power is a multisyllabic word. It has two syllables, power. But here, for the rhyme's sake, the poet needs a monosyllabic word. একটা সিলেবলের ওয়ার্ড তার দরকার ছিল, অথচ পাওয়ার করলে দুখানা সিলেবল হয়ে যায়, যেটা তার ছন্দ তৈরিতে একটু অসুবিধে করবে। কি অসুবিধে করবে সেটা এখন বলতে গেলে তোদের প্রসডি বোঝাতে হবে, তো আর শেখাচ্ছি না, এখন দরকার নেই থাকে। তো that is why he uses an apostrophe just to make the word a monosyllabic one. His self-collecting power is such. As soon as the snail is given a touch, very slight touch to his horns, he has so strict, so strong self-collecting power that he shrinks into his house with much displeasure, that at once he shrinks himself, he collects himself and enters his own house, that is his shell, though he is not pleased with what happened to him at all. He is absolutely displeased with the thing that touches his horns. With displeasure, with disgust, he just shrinks himself into his house. Okay? He hides into his own shell. Now, my children, just try to understand the inner meaning. There is not inner meaning, there is an illusion here. Illusion of some people in our society. There are some people in our society, they are very sensitive, hypersensitive, as I told you on an earlier occasion about the poet himself. They are so hypersensitive that often they are touched in a negative way by other people's words, and they feel hurt, and whenever they feel hurt, they cannot answer back to the people who told them something disgusting, and with much disgust such people just shrinks into themselves, নিজেদের মধ্যে গুটিয়ে যায় আর বাকিদের সঙ্গে মিশতে পারে না। এরকম মানুষ কিন্তু আমাদের সমাজেও আছে। যে লোকটা চট করে অন্যের কথায় আঘাত পায়, নিজের মধ্যে নিজে গুটিয়ে থাকে, বেশি মানুষের সঙ্গে কথা বলতে চায় না, তাকে অসামাজিক ভাবার কোনো কারণ নেই। এমনও হতে পারে সে লোকটা হয়তো খুবই সংবেদনশীল, এমন মানুষকে কি করে ডিল করতে হয় হয়তো আমাদের মতো সামান্য মানুষেরা জানি না, দ্যাটস ওয়াই সে মিশতে পারছে না। ব্যাপারটা এমনও হতে পারে কিন্তু, তাই না? আমরা সবসময় আমাদের দিক থেকে অন্যকে দেখি, চেষ্টা করতে হয়, সেটাই সঠিক শিক্ষা। আমি উল্টো দিকের লোকটার জায়গায় নিজেকে বসিয়ে ভাবতে পারছি কি? তাহলে অনেক সময় আমরা অন্যকে হার্ট করার আগে দুবার ভাববো। যে লোকটা মারামারি করে খুব ভালো, আসলে সে লোকটা কারুর গায়ে আঘাত লাগলে কেমন লাগে বুঝতে পারে না। ঠিক যে লোকটা ভীষণ সাহসী বলে আমরা মনে করি, সে লোকটা এমনও হতে পারে তার অনুভূতি এত কম যে ওর মধ্যে ভয়ের কি আছে সে ধরতে পারছে না, এমনটাও হতে পারে। কিন্তু সাহসী মানে সে একদম সাংঘাতিক কিছু এমন না হয়ে সে মেন্টালি খুব ভোঁতা, এমনটাও হতে পারে। আবার যে লোকটাকে আমার অসামাজিক বলে মনে হচ্ছে, একটু কথায় কথায় ভীষণ লোকের কথায় আঘাত পায়, সেন্টিমেন্টাল বলে মনে হচ্ছে, এমনও হতে পারে সে খুব সেন্সিটিভ, এত সেন্সিটিভ যে আমাদের ডাল সোসাইটি তাকে ঠিক ডিল করতে পারে না। ওকে, সো হিয়ার থ্রু দিস স্ট্যান্জা the poet gives us an illusion to some people of in our society. Okay, let's come to the last stanza of this poem. This is not originally the last stanza. I told you on earlier occasion that there are two other stanzas, but in your syllabus, in the extract that is in your syllabus, this stanza that we are going to read is the last one. Wherever he dwells alone. It is very simple to understand, not very difficult to understand, that in the shell of the snail there is no other thing, there is no other creature. He needs no companion, he needs no props for use. তার ব্যবহার্য বস্তুরও দরকার নেই, তার সঙ্গীরও দরকার নেই। যেখানেই সে থাকুক না কেন সে একাই থাকে। ডুয়েলস মিন্স লিভস, ডুয়েল মানে লিভ, ডুয়েলস লিভস। Wherever he lives, wherever he dwells alone. He dwells being devoid of any companion or anything to use, any props. Except himself has chattels none. Chattels means personal belongings, নিজস্ব জিনিসপত্র। Except himself has chattels none. He has no belongings. He himself is his only belonging. He is the master of his own life. He is the master of his own house. He has no companion and he has no belongings except himself. He needs nobody. Absolutely self-sufficient a creature, isn't it? Well satisfied to be his own whole treasure, and he has no treasure, but he never complains because he is happy with himself. He himself is a treasure. Okay, he considers himself a treasure to himself. How many of us can think in this way? How many of us that I am enough for me? I need very little things, because things, goods, luxury items can never satisfy us. So we should minimize our requirements. How many of us try to learn this truth? We have to learn this lesson from the snail, a very meek creature, very common creature, very trivial creature in comparison to the human beings. Still, we have a lesson to learn from this very meek and very trivial creature, isn't it? We must learn that we should live on the basis of ourselves. We should learn to live a well-satisfied life, and we have to learn this from the snail. Okay? So, the poem is over. We have completed reading the poem, and your home task is the exercise, the activities, except writing. Next day, that is tomorrow, I will check the homework from question number 1 to question number 4, and then we shall work out the writing activities. So